today's the actual day. You can hear frogs. Can you hear that? There's frogs. It's 5:18 and I can't wait around anymore. Everyone's still asleep, so I have laid in bed as long as I can. I woke up at like 2. I was able to make myself fall back to sleep for a little bit, but I'm bored. So I'm gonna get to work. I got some editing to do in this vlog. I got some other stuff to do. I'm gonna run to the gas station really quick. And grab a quick drink and then come back and yeah, start editing these episodes. All right, quick note from editor Jared here. So I then proceeded to not record anything until we were actually at her new place and had finished unloading. So no driving to San Francisco montage, no stopping at a place and saying this is where we are. I have one video of me in the restroom at Barnes & Noble, a POV of how I hate public restrooms and specifically mirrors. I can't see myself in mirrors. They're so short. Yeah, and then I just the first video is after we unloaded her, and so we'll just, and then some stuff at the church, and then we go to Japantown, and then we get to the hotel. So let's just cut to all that. I'm just gonna we're just gonna cut that footage in, and hopefully it makes sense. All right. So this is the view out of her window. This is her little area. We just dumped all the stuff there, so it's a mess. That's gonna be her little like loft apartment area. And here we are just kind of like hanging out in her area. That there on the left, that pillar is where Smith Wigglesworth threw a dead guy against the wall and he came back to life. This is her office on her first day. That's Pastor Tim. All right, here we are in San Francisco. We just got the tour of the church. What do you think, Lily?
I'm so excited. It's such a cool facility.
So yeah, we got the tour of the church. Got some of the history of the church. I now look like a tourist with everyone by doing this, but we are headed to Japantown.
I mean, you are a tourist.
To get some ramen. No, my daughter lives here. I'm not a tourist. To get some ramen. I'm gonna put the phone away because I am basically like outing myself. So we'll catch up more at lunch or at dinner. And this is Japantown. It's literally like 2 blocks away from the church. So we're walking to Japantown to have dinner, and this whole place is just really cool. There you go. There's a view from that little. That's the mall. So fun story. As a youth pastor, as a senior pastor, I've been like in discipleship meetings, preaching. I've always told this story of Smith Wigglesworth, where a guy died while he's preaching. He was like, you're not dying in the middle of my sermon. Picked the guy up and threw him across, like against the wall, and the guy came back to life. It was right there, where we just were. It was a pillar there. In fact, people come and knock on the door and say, can we see the pillar? So that story I've told my entire life is the church she's going to be serving at in the next 3 years. Okay, baby, this is gonna be expensive to visit her. Just all like the
This is what has the actual books. The Marlowe's downstairs, I think.
This bookstore,
Downstairs.
I could be here so long.
The Marlowe's is downstairs by yourself.
Yeah, okay. There's the redhead. A game card room.
in my t-shirt. It was hot.
I noticed that too. He had a jacket and a sweatshirt
Yeah, I
on.
know. I was like,
And talked about like the rooms being cold.
yeah.
Well, you can call us crying and say, well, you need us to come up and hang out with you anytime.
What's me? Mom told me crying. Come on, visit you too.
Well, and there you have it. That is Japantown. We are now walking back to the church to drop her off before we go to our hotel. Of course, gotta get pictures of her in front of the church. All right, so we are here at our hotel, which is that Victorian looking hotel over there. So dropped her, had dinner with her. Found a really cool indoor mall in Japantown. What do we have? What would we eat for dinner?
I had shrimp tempura and you had udon.
Yeah, curry udon. So that was super good. The tempura pork was delicious. Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
Udon Masuki?
Udon Masuki. It was recommended by someone from the district who apparently said it's like the best one. So ate there, went to some really cool, they got like Japanese bookstores and anime centers and all kinds of stuff. So that was super cool in that mall. Walked back because it's like 2 blocks from where she's going to be living and working at the church. And then, yeah, dropped her off, said goodbye. We'll see her in the morning, so it wasn't like the goodbye. And yeah, we're over here at our super cool hotel that apparently the Pastor Tim, has always wanted to stay at. So now we are going to unload. And I don't know, maybe that's it. I got some cool stories to tell you though. All right, you guys, this is the hotel. These are the hallways. They're kind of narrow, but it's Victorian. What do you expect? It's a really nice hotel. But hey, let me just say, okay, I don't want to be that person to be like, oh, we got it on sale. But my wife did let me know, and I do, because this does look like we're staying at some luxury hotel. It was the cheapest hotel that was over $50. We were not staying at. She goes, I didn't think we wanted to stay at the $48 a night hotels. And I was like, yeah, no, we don't want to stay at a $48 hotel in San Francisco. And even Tim, she'd mentioned, and Tim was like, yeah, no, you don't want to stay at that hotel. A really nice elevator. Gotta see if I get tired. Is there like a place to get like drinks, waters, sodas, anything like that around?
Absolutely. We have Coke, Diet Coke, and Sprite in cans for $1.
Okay.
Right across the street, they have pretty much everything.
Okay.
And they're open till 10 p.m.
That's like literally right there, that
Yep.
market? Okay.
Exactly. And then there's also around the curtains there's water, tea, and coffee, and sherry. And what else? And there's fresh baked cookies that we do. The sherry and cookies are from 4 to 6.
4 to 6, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I would like to point out that I immediately walked the opposite direction of the free cookies and sherry. Not about that cookie sherry life. So you can see my little black bag there. I went across that store and grabbed some Red Bulls and some water. So again, let the record show I walked away from the sherry and the cookies. All right, well, that wraps up this episode. It was a lot of fun getting to pretend like I was in the Downton Abbey series, even this old phone thing here. So, all right, love you guys. I'll see you in the next episode.